Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Stitcher. My name is Megan. You can find me on Instagram as Megan_Babauta_, on Ravelry as Mama Made VM, or you can email me at theseattlestitcher@gmail.com. As I say, you are all very, very welcome here. So it's been 3 weeks since I filmed last, and I don't feel like I have that much progress on much of anything. Regardless though, I'm here to film and put out my usual video. So I'm going to start with my starts as I do. And I have a few because it has been a few weeks since I filmed last. So I've got, a little bundle of starts. The first one that I did, I saw Shiloh from Stitch MD. And it's funny because I actually watched her when I was just a knitter. I didn't even cross stitch yet. And I think that she played a role in my starting stitching because I would watch her entire video even though I wasn't a cross stitcher. I just loved the projects that she worked on so much that I wanted to get into it, but I didn't have like the resource of how to get started and like where you order stuff. And that's where my aunt came in and really showed me like, these are places you can buy things. This is how you stitch. Like this is how you do it. But Shiloh started a stitch along, and with Cat Fur and Cross Stitch, I think that is her. I don't know if she has a Flosstube, but I do know that she has an Instagram, and I'm pretty sure they are the two that started this. It is the Every Opening Flower Sal over on Instagram, so check it out, and you can always follow along on people's progress. This is the pattern. It's a Brenda Gervais pattern that released at Market this year or last year? The most recent Market. And my days are just really all blending together at this point. So I really loved the project, and actually I planned on kitting this up when I was at StitchCon, and Bridget and I had made the plans, like we're gonna kit this up and we're gonna go to the their LNS out there, what is it called, Keepsakes, and we're gonna kit it up, but it ended up just not happening. So Bridget was like looking at the silks online, and I happened to just be sitting there saying like, I feel like I just didn't really do enough shopping. Like I wanted to shop a little bit more while we were here. And she was like, well, I'm looking at the Vicki Clayton silks. Do you want to order some? And so she ordered me a pack, and of course I gave her some cash, but the silks are absolutely lovely. They are so soft and smooth, and they don't feel microfibery. That's one thing I noticed with some silks is that they almost feel like microfiber. That's not my favorite texture. I like a smooth, soft silk, not like the kind of silk that almost feels like it's a short fiber. I don't know how to describe it, but if you know fiber lengths, then I guess you'll kind of understand what I mean. But this silk is very beautiful. It is stunning. It's lovely to work with. And it has a very nice sheen to it. It's not too shiny, but it's not the same as cotton, of course, So really, really enjoying the Vicki Clayton silks, and the conversion was done beautifully. Here is my tiny little start, and I am stitching this on 40 count Ledger by Bestitch Me. Ledger was a fabric of the month, so I am not sure if you can get it in her regular lineup, Brandy of Bestitch Me, her regular lineup of fabrics, but it's worth a shot to shoot her an email or something and see what she'll do for you. So yeah, here's my little start. I've been bringing this to the pool with me and stitching on it when we're at the pool, because Amira, my daughter, she really loves swimming, and my husband, I think most of you guys know, my husband is an islander. He's Chamorro and Hawaiian, and he loves the pool. He loves the sun. He's not from here, so he loves the sun, and it's been really nice out, so we've been going to the pool every day. But isn't this fabric perfect for this project? When I first got this fabric, I was like, I don't know if I like it all that much. I actually debated giving it away because someone was looking for a cut of it. Another lady I watch on Flosstube was looking for a cut of it, but I was like, I think actually it was Cam the Stitcher here on Instagram and Flosstube. She had said how she was going to use Ledger for this project, and I was like, that's genius. So I totally copied her, and I used it for the same project. So yeah, I really like it. Like I said, the silks are just lovely. I do wish that there was a little bit more variegation to my little flower pot there, but it is what it is. It's turning out really pretty. I wanted to move down and start on this little bumblebee. What's it called? Is it a hive, or is it called like something else? A skiv? What are they called? I don't know. I think it's just a hive though, but I think there's like these They're like fake hives made for bunnies and made for bees, and there's a name for them. let me know. But anywho, I really love the project. It's going great, and yeah, it's just a really pretty one. The next start that I had was for my Pick-a-Whip, and Pick-a-Whip, this like past few weeks prompt was birds. So luckily for me, I had the bird sampler, which is a Brenda Keyes traditional sampler, and it's in the book Traditional Samplers. I'm just gonna pop a picture on the screen so I don't have to flip through the book and show you guys. But I'm using all the called for flosses. I'm making tiny changes as I go. I do like the called for colors. I think they're very spring summery, and it totally worked for my Pick-a-Whip. I'm stitching this on a 36 count Picture This Plus in the colorway Bramble, which is a beautiful purple. It was actually a gift from the museum stitcher, Bridgen, who is just an amazing human. She's the best. And here is my progress. So I actually got pretty decent progress on this one, because this is the one corner, and this is like I just need to add this little extension here, and that's the other corner. So it's not very large on a 36 count. I'm doing it 2/2 as well, so it's really full stitches. I liked the way it looked, and I think it looks really good on this purple fabric. I am going to be swapping out the quote in this one. There's a quote originally on it that I don't know, I didn't love it. I wasn't obsessed with it. And I decided to re-quote it with a quote from the book, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, or LaRue. And I'll post a picture of the quote here because I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I just really like this one. It's befitting to me in my life, and it suits my house because I have a lot of books in my home. So yeah, I really like this. I love the project. I made, actually I should say, a few little changes. That is, the flower up here was supposed to have a yellow filling, and I just didn't really like that, so I swapped it with the shade of blue that was called for. These flowers, they're supposed to be filled in with a lighter shade of pink. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. I haven't yet decided. And then this little flower here, it was supposed to have some yellow like dots in it, but to me it made it look like eyes, and so then it looked like an octopus, and I didn't like it. So I've just been kind of making small changes as I go to things like that. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. I think I'm gonna put it away though. I'm not really feeling the urge to stitch on this one any longer. So yeah, I'll put this one away, and I don't know when I'll work on it next, to be honest. So the girlies and I decided to randomly start this WIP in the middle of the week, and to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to continue stitching on it or not, because I'm making a ton of changes, and I don't like doing color conversions. I don't like making the decisions like on what to convert to what, but I do really like this project. I have this idea. Okay, so here's the PDF pattern, and I'll link it in my description box below, but it is such a pretty pattern. I really actually like the called for colors. Bridgen is stitching it in the called fors, and they're so pretty that I almost decided to just forego my color conversion that I did myself. But the pattern itself really reminded me of traditional rose mauling, which is a like Norwegian painting technique, and you'll see it a lot like in older walls in like cabins and homes. You'll see it on big like chests that people would travel with, kind of everything, an array of things. My grandma has a bunch of pieces that have rose mauling on it. So I wanted to give it some colors that looked more traditional, pull away from the called for colors, even though they're so beautiful, because I really wanted to get this traditional rose maul look. And so I kind of came up with these colors, which the reason I have the blues in there is because I'm pulling the blue to be for the birds, and then I'm going to do the reds, orange, yellow kind of fade for the floral part of the pattern, because I'm only stitching, and then here's a few more of the colors as well. I'm only stitching the middle panel of this because I'm also going to add one of my maternal line ancestors. I'm going to add her name at the top, and then using the same font that is the alphabet, and then on the bottom I'm going to put her birth year and death year. But all that to say, I'm stitching this 2/2 on a 36 count kazoo. I don't remember who the dyer is of this fabric. I purchased it on 123 Stitch though, like a long time ago on 123 Stitch. And this is my tiny little start. So I've already been making changes to the chest of the bird and downwards. I just kind of am foregoing the fact that there are like little different symbols for this color and that color because the chest is supposed to be a pink color and I decided to just opt out of that. So I think I am going to keep this. I was debating just not stitching it because I wasn't sure if it was one that I was really passionate about. I really don't like being creative. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't like taking and having to add in my ancestor's name and adding in the dates and stuff, but I do think that the piece would be more meaningful to me in the end. So this was one night of stitching. I brought it to work thinking I was going to work on it, but I just didn't. I didn't feel like it, to be honest. So I didn't get much done, but the bird is looking really cute and it doesn't look bad. So, I mean, it's working out so far, my conversion as I go. I've been using Markup RXP. Yeah, Markup RXP, which is an app that you can use on Apple devices. And I have an iPhone, so I've been using that to just mark off as I go. And in that app, you can actually go in and adjust the colors for each symbol. So I could even go in and get a mock-up of what this will eventually look like. But I'm just gonna play it by ear and I'm gonna mark off what I stitched as I'm stitching it, and it's working, so I'm not losing track of where I am. I should actually sit down and get more work into this because this is a really sad start. So yeah, that's that for my starts for the past few weeks. I am going to move into my WIPS, so let me grab those. Okay, WIP number 1 is gonna be, I don't know if this is Lila Studio or Lila Studio. Someone will have to tell me because I've heard it pronounced both ways and I don't know which one it is, which one is proper. But I started this with Heather, the 20-minute stitcher. She did a Sal with Bridget, the museum stitcher, and I believe it is Halloween Quaker Sal on Instagram. So I started it with those lovely ladies and I really wanted to pull this one back out. I've been in a Halloween mood pretty much the day after the 4th of July. I am ready for Halloween. I haven't decorated yet, so we're doing good, but I am wearing a Halloween shirt, I'm not gonna lie. I am using all the called fors. They're just the perfect Halloween colors, especially this orange and purple. I love it, it's just amazing. So love this project. I'm stitching mine on a 32 count Lugana Picture This Plus in the colorway Meyer, I believe. And I'm sorry because I have this in a Q-snap, so it's kind of funky. But I think I have a picture of where I was previously, so I'll pop it up on the screen. Because the progress I got, I actually finished this little motif here. So I just wanted to get that one done so that I could count down from here and start the moon. So the moon has 1 stitch in it. Woohoo! Because this is actually the project I was working on, not last night, but the night before. And I will probably continue working on this one for the next couple days when I have time. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. I think it looks so cute. I really like the variegation in that floss. That floss is really beautiful. It is the color Smoke by Classic Colorworks. It's really, really pretty. It has a very nice variegation to it, so this would be really good for a monochromatic piece. It's a lot more blue than I would expect almost looking at it in the skein, but I really enjoy it. So I've been enjoying this and I've been really liking working on the Lugana, so I think I'm just gonna continue on with this. I just really wanted to get to that witch in the middle because I knew that doing this stitching, although I'm doing it 1/2, which in my opinion is a lot easier to make your stitches lay a little bit nicer, I wanted to get the moon started. Because white stitching, I don't think that's anyone's favorite. But yeah, I'm liking this one. And this one I just have in an Amazon project bag. I need to order more of these bags. I really do, but I never go on Amazon anymore, surprisingly. The next project is another Halloween project. Of course, this is in a bag that I made for myself. This super fun lining, I absolutely love it. This one is Teresa Kogut's Silhouettes Quaker. And I am using actually an anchor black instead of the called for. I do have all the called for flosses for this, but I ended up not really liking it on my original fabric, and then I ended up swapping fabrics and I wanted a more bold look. So I decided to go ahead and go with anchor black. So I have a bobbin of that, as well as the called for green, which is still a really nice bright green. I think it's grasshopper or guacamole. One of those, let me double check. Guacamole. And I am stitching this on a Jackson Fabric Arts, which is an amazing brand. I know I've talked about them in the last few videos I've filmed, but it's just really, really good fabric, and I can't say enough good things. I mean, you guys can see here. This fabric is amazing. It's perfect for Halloween. So I don't know if I have a picture of where I was before, but I just went in and completed a little bit more of the vampire down there. I don't think I got very much added in, but I did work on it, and I really do show you guys everything, even if it's only a couple of stitches, because you know, life's hard sometimes and you don't always have time or maybe even just the mental space to get in 1,500 stitches. Sometimes it really is just 10 stitches, and that's your happy 10 stitches, and you know, you got to be happy with what you got. So that's my view on it. But I really love this project. It's definitely one that I want to get more progress on because of course Halloween is around the corner, and it's my favorite holiday. I'm so excited for Halloween. I just can't wait. My daughter always has just like the best time, and that's, I mean, as a mother, what more could you ask for? Because she absolutely loves Halloween. She loves dressing up. She talks about Halloween all year round. Doesn't matter. She listens to Halloween music all year round. She has an Alexa in her room, so it's funny, the other day I went in there, she was cleaning, she was supposed to be cleaning, let's put it that way, and she was listening to the Michael Myers theme song. So I don't know how she even knew how to get Alexa to play that, but somehow that's what was playing. So anyways, Halloween theme is heavy over here. I'm so sorry guys. This is my last Halloween whip, I promise. This is another bag that I sewed up for myself. This is amazing fabric. This is actually one of my favorite bags because I put a really thick Bosal interfacing on it inside of here. And that is an interfacing I purchased off of Amazon. I'm sure you can find it in like quilting stores and stuff like that, but I get mine off of Amazon. And like I said, I just haven't really been shopping on Amazon very much, so I haven't ordered anymore, but it really does make the best bags. So this is a Wavy Ride, which was my StitchCon start of 2023, and this project was so fun. I just can't remember if I showed you guys my progress on this. So here's a picture of where I was last. And I'm using all the called for flosses, and this is a 32 count needle and flax in the colorway Endora for the fabric. It's beautiful, absolutely love it. And here is where I got to. This fabric is so good. I wish that my LNS carried this fabric because I would like to be able to buy it in person. Because if you watch my other videos, you'll know I didn't really have the best buying experience with this company. So for me, it's one of those ones that I'll still buy it if I can find it in a shop, which I think Keepsakes carries needle and flax. So if you're interested to try out the linen, definitely call up Keepsakes and order some because it's so good. But yeah, I just focused on the border. I really want to get more of the border done, and it's a good project. I really need to just pull out some of my stuff that's close to a finish, but I don't know. I've just had a lot going on lately, and so I haven't really been stitching all that much. I don't know. You guys have to give me your well wishes on the stitching front because I don't know. It's not that I've lost my mojo, but I haven't been in the mood to stitch very much, so maybe I have. I don't know. My next project, this is a modern folk embroidery, and I'll pop a picture of the pattern here. Love Gains, that's what it's called. I was forgetting the name of it. I'm stitching this on a 36 count oyster shell by Fox and Rabbit, and I am using the colorway Mystic Pools, which is a beautiful silk from Dinky Dyes. Dinky Dyes is my favorite silk. I absolutely love it. If you're looking for some, hit up Christine from Hollis Hand Creates. Her shop's absolutely fabulous, and she always has a good selection of different colorways of those silks in stock. But I don't know if I had a before picture. I'm sure I would have popped it up. Here is where I got to. I really like this one. It's very pretty. I almost did a restart because Bridget actually had gifted me her leftover floss from hers because she stitched hers purple on purple, but her purple is like a variegated gray, kind of gray to purple. It's beautiful, and I almost restarted because hers is so good. I was like, oh, I could just restart it because I didn't get very far in the first place, but I'm just gonna push through because I really do like this, and I don't want to pick out stitches on a 36 count, to be honest. So I got a little bit of progress on that one. And like I said, anything is better than nothing, and I really do show you guys everything I've worked on, even if it's just a few stitches. So I think I got like half of that motif, pretty much, I mean, maybe a quarter of it done though, so that's good. That is all of my cross stitching over the past couple weeks though. I don't have any cross stitching acquisitions. I did like a no buy for patterns. I did buy that PDF pattern, but it was only $2.50, so that was an affordable pattern for me. And from there, I'm gonna move on to knitting. So if that was all you guys stuck around for, thank you so much for watching. Love you all so much. I hope you do take a moment to subscribe and maybe leave me a comment below and let me know what you guys were working on while you watched. So I'm gonna move on into my knitting, which is very exciting. If you follow me on Instagram, then you already know that I've gotten quite a bit of progress in the knitting front, which is funny because it is summer here in Washington State, and in the States in general, it's summer. So why am I knitting on a full colorwork Norwegian sweater? I don't know. But I did start on my second sleeve. So this is a sweater that I am knitting on, and I actually completed one sleeve completely, and I've started the second sleeve, so this is the second sleeve. These are the increases and decreases right here, so it's like where your start and end of row is. So it doesn't always look perfect, but that's okay. It's gonna be on the underside of your arm, so you don't really notice it while you're wearing. But this is where I got to on the second sleeve, and here is my progress on the sweater itself. It's so pretty. Yeah, it makes me so happy. I absolutely love it. It looks fabulous. I did a folded over neckline so that when I did cut into any stitches up here, if I needed to, which I ended up not needing to, I was able to fold any of the loose ends into the neckline though. So I always do that just in case. And I do think it gives you a nice effect. Like, it looks more store finished, I want to say, but yeah, it looks great. I just sewed in the sleeve into the existing hole that I'd cut in because I steeped the armholes so I could continue knitting the sweater in the round. But I absolutely love it. I think I have some pictures of me wearing it, so I'll pop some on the screen. Sorry for the background noise. My husband and daughter are here. And my daughter's eating a popsicle, so she's trying to talk to my husband. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I'm so thrilled with how it's turning out. And yeah, I'm about here in the second sleeve right now. And I have already started planning my next colorwork sweater. I love it so much. Yeah, it's just amazing. I'm super excited about it. And I am knitting this with Whole Super Soft. I'm knitting it held double. So this is just white, the bleached white on a 500 gram cone. And then this is Scots Pine, which is a beautiful, it's like warm tone yet cool tone at the same time, because it has these flecks of like gray blue, but also like a warm rusty brown. So I really like it. It's just a perfect neutral brown. The next thing I have been knitting on is a sweater for Janet Jabber. She has a Flosstube channel, and she has a granddaughter, and I got to meet her granddaughter at StitchCon, and she was just absolutely adorable. So I was talking to her, Janet's daughter, and asking like what colors, and so they really like these eggplant plum purple colors, and so I knew right away what sweater I wanted to knit. It was a sweater that I knit for my daughter that I absolutely loved. Here's a picture of the pattern. It's called the Itty Bitty Pretty Sweater. It's so cute, and here is my progress. So I did complete the whole body of the sweater. I haven't blocked it yet, but I'm doing the like 9 to 12 month size, or 9 to 10 month, I can't remember. But it's so cute. Oh my goodness, it looks so adorable. Look at those little tiny raglan increases. And then I started the first sleeve. Oh, it's so cute and tiny. So yeah, just half of a sleeve to go, and then one on this side, and it'll be done, and I will be sending it off to Janet to gift to her granddaughter on my behalf. But that is actually all the knitting I've been doing. I can show you guys my next sweater plans, because my next sweater plan is from this book. I don't know if I am gonna start it right away. I might take a break and just kind of focus back on cross stitching, but I haven't decided just yet. Okay, here it is. Here is the cardigan I've been looking at. I think I'm gonna knit it as a pullover sweater, kind of similar style where it's a really large oversized sweater. And like I said, just a pullover, so not a cardigan. And I think I'm gonna use like a heathered gray and a green color. So that's my next plan, but that is everything I have to share, because like I said, I don't have any acquisitions or anything like that. That's everything. So bye guys. I have like a hair stuck to my face somewhere. And it was so itchy, and I have the fan going. Don't you hate that feeling? It's the worst.